Alright, hey babes, systems live, feeds open, welcome back. I hope everyone is having an amazing day because today we're going to be talking about The Boy Next World. It is a Thai drama that hits a sweet spot between myths and parallel universes. And can I trust what I see? Imagine someone shows up claiming you're in love with them in another universe. It's messy, it's emotional, and it's addictive. That's what this drama promises.
ครับมาแล้วครับ
So I'm going to start off. Oh, and I did get my hands to work. However, my bed is kind of low. Bear with me. They might still be a little bit glitchy. Also, bear with me. Sometimes it may look like I'm looking elsewhere. I do write down all the things I want to touch points on. So it's not just me kind of like getting stuck and jumping around from place to place. However, how I talk is gonna be a little bit much. Like the way I describe things can sometimes be a lot. So bear with me, hang in there. I hope you enjoy listening to me because sometimes I know I can be a lot. So dramatic is the least I could use, truly. So we're gonna start off with the characters. We have Cirrus, the first of the main couple. He is the senior who claims alternate universe love. He's cold on the surface. He has layers of trauma, longing, and instability. His mystery is part of his charm and also kind of a curse. We have Phugun. He's the junior, naive, kind, shaky in belief, but he has plenty of heart. And he represents, I guess, us, the viewer. He wants love and clarity, and his growth is about trust and skepticism. We have Jin, who he is on the quieter side. He's on the quieter, metaphoric side, I would say. He tends to answer questions pretty vaguely in a way that seems like he's not really answering anyone's questions. However, he usually is, but it's just not the question that's being asked out loud. Then we have Wim. He's a strong character, feisty, and he stands behind his friends wholeheartedly. He seems like the rock of the friend group. He's the dependable one, the one that everyone knows that they can rely on, and he also gives pretty good advice. He's the one that he spits facts. Like he don't be lying and tiptoeing around stuff. He will tell you how it is straight up, which is always good. I'm that friend. I'm the one who always tells people how it is right from the jump. So it's always nice to have a good friend like that. Then we have Cirrus's mother. I will say now, any of the dramas that I talk about, foreign or otherwise, if mostly foreign, because English is hard enough as it is. Trying to speak other languages is even more difficult since I really don't know them that well. I am learning. I'm in the process of learning. Don't get me wrong. It's just I don't know them all that well. I'm still learning pronunciation and everything. So if I say names wrong, please bear with me. Correct me in the comments, please. Please. I will take any criticism. I don't mind as long as I get them correct and everyone can understand. I'm perfectly fine being told I'm saying things wrong. So please feel free. We have Ratri, Cirrus's mother, which I'm sure I'm saying wrong, so please bear with me. She's cold, controlling, and has her own emotional issues that she kind of puts on her kids. And her treatment of Cirrus contributes heavily to the trauma and self-image that he kind of faces throughout the show. And so that parent relationship is one of the larger focuses of the show. It becomes one of the like emotional cores that ends up being a focus. Maybe not in the beginning, but like as the show continues, it becomes a focus. So on to the show itself. We have Phugun, a college junior, inexperienced, a little clumsy, living a fairly normal life. Fairly normal. He has a pretty big belief in superstitions, which makes him believe that bad things happen to him when he doesn't follow specific routines, which showed pretty immediately, like right in the first episode.
โอ้ยเหลืองฟ้าม่วงแดงก็อยู่นี่แล้วส้มรูปพ่อไปไหนเนี่ยฮัลโหลอาชิกูหากางเกงในไม่เจอหามาตั้งนานแล้วเนี่ยสีอะไรของมึงเนี่ยสีส้มวันนี้วันพฤหัสต้องใส่สีส้ม
He has a few things that happen to him that he believes is due to the fact that the color of the underwear that he was supposed to wear that day, because he didn't wear them, that it was due to that. So that is one thing that I do want everyone to keep in mind. It's not a huge focus, but it is something that like kind of comes back into play as the series continues. It's a small one, but it does have a slight importance. We have Cirrus. He's a senior. He appears one night after an accident, soaking wet, mysterious, and claiming that they were lovers with Phugun in a parallel universe.
Now,
Cirrus brings a lot of knowledge about Phugun that Phugun isn't really sure how he could possibly know. Private facts, shared memories, etc. And it raises the question, is this legitimate love from another world, or is it a delusional manipulation? It's hard to tell. Phugun's very skeptical about it, although he is curious, because like, who wouldn't want to get to know that man fine? Who would want to get to know him, you know? Like, that man's gorgeous, actor and character. So there's a secondary subplot with Jin, who can hear others' thoughts. He also happens to be friends with Phugun. He falls in love with Wim, who is a friend of Cirrus.
วันนี้เมฆสวยว่ะเหมือนสิงโตเลยเฮ้ยนั่นสิงโตแล้วก็มีหน้าผาด้วยแบบไลออนคิงปะฮาสิเพนยาพี่เล่นอะไรของพี่วะเนี่ย
Phugun lives on his own with not much family. He lost his father when he was young, and then his mother moved due to the loss of his father. Cirrus faces family pressure and emotional and psychological weight, which is gradually revealed. He doesn't have much of a relationship with his father, which is revealed later due to his mother. His relationship with his mom's pretty bad. It's not the best relationship, I have to say. She's basically a tyrant, hell-bent on controlling his life. She's a bitch. If we're being completely honest, she's a bitch. The character. Please, as I speak on any of these shows, remember how I'm speaking about people. It's about the characters. It's never the actor playing them. It is always the character. The actors who play these people play them so well. Like, if you can play a person who, it's my belief that actors who can play a person or a villain so well that they make you hate that character, they're doing such a good job portraying the character that they get you to feel so strongly about the character. So in my opinion, they're doing a great job. So it's nothing against the actor, it's the character I don't like. All right, so let's make that very clear. It's the character that I'm calling a bitch, because character is a bitch. She's a fucking bitch. She was horrible to this kid. He's a kid compared to her. He's a college kid compared to her. So she is just, ooh, she's a mess. She is a mess. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna go into the show a little bit more in detail. And I'm gonna preface this here because I don't want to spoil it too much for everybody who has not seen it yet, because the show is it came out this year, relatively new. So I don't kind of want to go so far into detail that it kind of ruins it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. So if you do want to watch it, please go see it, because I don't really want to spoil too much for you. So at least you have the premise of the show. Please go watch it and then come back if you want to see the rest of it. If not, and you don't care about stuff getting spoiled for you, please feel free to continue. I'm not going to spoil the whole thing because I do want everyone to be able to experience it kind of how I was able to. So I will say, at one point, a huge issue in their relationship comes in the form of a woman who was dropped in by Cirrus's mom, and Cirrus is involved in another accident that causes him to lose his memory.
จำได้แค่ว่ามีไข้แล้วก็หลับไปที่คอนโดตื่นมาก็มาอยู่ที่นี่แล้วแค่นั้นเองเหรอครับแค่นั้นสิโผล่มาจนได้นะคุณคือแม่พี่เซอร์ทำไมคุณเพิ่งมาเอาป่านนี้ครับพี่เซอร์เข้าโรงพยาบาลตั้งแต่เมื่อวานแล้วอะ
แต่เมธฉันแค่แวะมาบอกแกลูกแพรคู่มั่นของแก
ไม่เจอกันนานเลยนะคะเซอร์นับตั้งแต่นี้เป็นต้นไปแพรจะเป็นคู่มั่นของเซอร์เองค่ะ
The accident is in part due to his mom. Not in part. The accident is due to his bitch mother. And I'm saying he loses his memory. And I'm gonna say it this way in case people who haven't seen it are listening or watching. If you want to know what really happens, because it is him losing his memory. If you want to know what really does happen, though, please watch it. I don't want to fully completely spoil that part for you. So please. But yes, Cirrus gets into an accident due to his mother that causes him to lose his memory of Phugun. By episode 10, all the truths begin to unravel, and the nature of Cirrus's claims come into question. Is the parallel world real or symbolic? Some revelations are poignant, and others feel vague and open-ended. Phugun and Cirrus confront each other with Cirrus's knowledge. Phugun has to decide whether to believe Cirrus or reject him. The relationship feels real, but the foundation is a bit shaky. There's emotional payoff in some scenes of vulnerability and memory, and by the end of the show, questions are answered, everyone understands each other better, and any miscommunications are cleared up for the most part. Phugun and Cirrus get their well-deserved happy ending, and the ending scene gives a quick hint towards a special episode, which I'm not going to divulge to you guys. You guys can feel free to watch that on your own. Because it was very cute. I did love it. It did help add a little bit to the rest of the show. It definitely gives you a bit more on the two couples that we got to watch in the season, and in a much different light than I was expecting, which did add to it. So I think it was a cute way to have like another part of the season without having it be part of the season, if you know what I mean. So onto what I liked about it. I thought that the fantasy parallel universe angle of it kind of gave it something more than just a regular standard college BL. I thought the acting and emotional scenes, gorgeous, amazing. You know, BossNoeul, I've seen them. I saw them in Love in the Air. That was, I think, my first introduction to them. Loved them in there. They became one of my all-time favorite BL couples. I love watching them. So I support them. I'm gonna support them in everything they do. For me, I thought that they did well in carrying the emotional conflict in the rain scenes, the hospital scenes, the confrontation scenes. Their delivery works. It's gorgeous every time, and I can't express this enough. I love an actor who can cry on cue. That one for me, that is just amazing. Can't get any better than that. Truly, like knowing how to cry on cue, especially the like one eye teardrop. That shit really hits, bro. It really does. So they both have an excellent skill of being able to cry on cue, which I think is just wonderful. So they really are one of my favorite BL couples, I do have to say. The supporting couple of Jin and Wim, I think adds dimension and helps break up the main character's intensities. I really do like the way they add in Jin and Wim scenes. They really help contribute to the show and are placed perfectly to give us more information on these characters while also adding to the main storyline. The visual style and mood, scenes are cinematic with rain, coldness, and weather as metaphors. And if you like shows that lean into atmosphere, this definitely delivers. What I didn't like, there wasn't much that I didn't like about this drama, if I'm being completely honest with you. Of course, there's plenty of things that, you know, I would do differently. I wouldn't react to certain things, miscommunications that come along, you know. But, you know, it's a drama. There's not much I could say, you know. That's the whole premise of them. They're supposed to be dramatic, you know. So I scream at the screen when they do stuff I don't want them to do. There's times when I want them to fight back or fight harder than they are. There's nothing I could do. I didn't write it. However, it was still well acted and well done, so I still liked it very much. So for me, I'd say The Boy Next World gets an 8.5 out of 10 daggers. It promises intrigue, delivers atmospheric tension and emotional moments, and it's worth watching if you like a mystery BL drama with the side of mind-bending tropes. Also, if you really enjoy BossNoeul and just want to support their series, that's a great reason too. So I want to hear from you guys. Tell me, do you believe Cirrus is really from a parallel world, or is it all in his mind? And which character pulled at your heart harder, Phugun believing or Cirrus breaking apart under his own secrets? Also, let me know what you guys prefer. I'm not sure how I want to keep doing these. I am going to keep doing these because I watch plenty of dramas, so I got plenty to talk about. But I'm wondering if I do longer in-depth ones here and then like shorter, like straight to the point recaps on like short form streaming platforms on short form platforms. That way it's a little bit, people who don't want to get full details about stuff, they don't have to. They can go and watch those short form ones, and then the ones who want to see and listen to the whole storyline can feel free to come here. But for now, let's cut the feed, babes, because my work here is done.